Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Jordan here bringing you another today's video. We've got episode 10 of our Pittsburgh Penguins franchise mode here in NHL 26. In last video, we got done with the regular season. We missed the playoffs. Malkin retired and we got the 9th overall pick. We are going to try to move up though to to 2 or 3. Try to get one of these guys, Shing Time or Lyles. We do have some options down here if we can't move up. But my thought process is that if these guys are projected up here, they should be at least medium elite since we don't really know for sure. We're not going to take too much time here. We're just going to hop into it, try to get this draft done as quick as possible. So we're going to try here to see if we pair our first, which is 9th overall, with a 3rd and Perbix. That does not go through. We don't really want to trade too many futures. They don't really want any of our players on the block. Remember, we do still have Jackson Jacobson here. Remember, he was not good enough for the NHL, so we had him in the minors, or in the CHL rather. We could get rid of Ilian, but I don't think I want to do that just yet. Doesn't really seem like we're going to be able to pull this off. Everything that they want, it's like part of our future. What if we put Perbix back on there and we go with a 2nd for next year? Trade rejected. This might be stupid, but I'm going to throw one more 2nd on here just to see. They don't want to make that trade, so we're not going to trade with Utah. Let's just start simming a few picks here. Yeah, Maddox Schultz goes. Shing Time goes. That's what I thought. Okay, so we have a chance still at our defenseman. Lyles, he is still there, so let's try to trade with Minnesota. And that's why we sim, just to make sure and see. I don't want to just sim all the picks and then we find out after we still had a chance at him. If we have a chance at him, let's make sure we get that out of the way right now. There we go. They do the trade. We get our defenseman. That is good to see. So with the 4th pick in the 2028 NHL entry draft, Pittsburgh Penguins are proud to select Demetrius Lyles from the Portland Winterhawks. And yeah, there we go. That's exactly what we thought we were getting. That nice two-way defender, medium elite. He's already 81 overall. This kid's going to be a stud for us. Can just sim to our next pick here. Round number 2. Okay, a medium elite goalie is just gifted to us. Yeah, we're going to take that. Okay. I wasn't expecting to see that there. That is a great pick. Now we've got our 3rd rounder. Got a couple of top 6 forward lows. I'm going to take the one that's a gem. He's already 68 overall. Hopefully him being a gem helps him grow. I really do like that. You know what? We'll take a risk here on this guy since he's also a gem. There you go, low elite. That is great. We're hitting really good on our picks right now. And you know what? Let's take a flyer on this guy as well. He's got 2 bars of low elite. That one doesn't hit as well. We'll try to see if we can get another defender here. Nothing I like, but I do see that there's another gem. So we're going to take another risk here on a gem. Here we go, another low elite. So we're doing really good with the draft picks. When we sort by defense, this guy here pops up. Take a flyer on him. Top 4 low. He does have a chance to grow at that. We're just flying through the draft, guys. I don't want to waste too much time on this. Get our last guy there. Low, top 9. Nothing to write home about, but I will say this is a great draft for us. I just say it's probably the fastest I've ever done a draft. Got a bunch of scouts that we've got to deal with. Got some contracts to deal with here as well. Sidney Crosby, remember, he's locked up $18 million. On July 1st, we're going to take a look at what Kuvanen wants. I'm sure it's going to be a lot. Like, we have these 3 guys all on the bridge deal. We got to get Tom Wielander under contract. I'm sorry, Tom, but if you're not really wanting to work with me long term, I would really rather just sign you to a 2-year deal then. We do 6 with a clause. Does he take that or no? If we do 7 with the clause, sorry. Not gonna take that. What if we go up to 7.5? Wouldn't take that either. We give him the exact 7.7. He might take that, guys. I am gonna offer it and see. Says he'll get back to us. We also got Shabanov there to deal with as well. He wants a lot of money. We're going to wait on him. We're going to let go of Palat, qualify Tomasino, qualify Clevin. Let me go ahead, guys, and just get all these minor leaguers dealt with, and I will show you guys when we're ready to advance the day, and maybe we take another look at Shabanov as well. We take another look at Shabanov. He doesn't want any less term. So we're probably going to have to offer him the 4 years, but we're going to knock it down quite a bit. We'll go down to 4.7 and see if he takes that, guys. He does really like the organization, so I don't see why he wouldn't. And we're ready to advance the day now. We just got to qualify how. We'll see who signs, who doesn't. So Shabanov accepts and Wielander accepts. Those are huge. Everybody else, guys, we just qualified or let go pretty well. We're not going to spend too much time on this. Maybe take a look at what Clevin wants. Yeah, he's getting that from his qualifying, so if he wants to accept that. And I'm fine to offer that to Tomasino. That looks good. Everyone else, again, they can accept or they can just leave. Same thing with the goalies, guys. We're not going to bring either of those guys in because we have Chiswick, Diego, Riddler already all in the system. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to deal with our scouts, and then I'll see you guys on July 1st. All right, guys, here we are on July 1st. I'm pretty sure everyone except for Clevin accepted their qualifying offers. We have $34 million to play with. The one name that stands out to me is Austin Matthews. He wants to come here even. The org interest is high. The only issue is I doubt we get him without giving him that no move. The other thing we have to take into consideration is that we have quite a few players that are going to be needing big boy contract extensions. You take a look at Kuvanen, now 88. He wants $10 million. That's obviously not gonna fly with me. I'd sooner trade you. Lekaramaki, I don't really like the 3-year deal with you either. And yeah, the 2-year deal doesn't work. So these guys want big boy money now. And they don't want to be term friendly with that big boy money. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. We might just still say screw it and go after Matthews. Sheilofs needs an extension as well. I think we'll hold off. We'll kind of wait and see how some of the other guys progress. Only issue with bringing in Austin Matthews is that what does that do for Crosby? Now, we definitely need a second line center. And that's something that I want to address in free agency. But it's going to be very, very tough if, is Matthews going to play second line? I don't think so. And Crosby's not going to want to play second line either. So it's going to be interesting. We might have to address this via trade because there's not a whole lot of options out there when it comes to centers. We could always put Vidro Bajork at center as well. That is an option. We do have Joseph, who most likely will be the second line or the third line center rather. We could always move Vidro Bajork to center. There's not too many names here that really stand out to me like must-have adds to the organization. Everybody wants a lot of money, and they're just not, they're too old already. You don't have any of the 27 and 28-year-olds coming in here. It's all, 31-year-old plus. There's not a lot here to do. I am going to make a play for Matthews, guys. He wants to come here. You see, the organization is up. The contract is up. This is the thing that he's not going to like, is that I want to add this so that I can still trade him. but we will increase the salary to 16 million. We will most likely keep him for 2 or 3 seasons at least before we think about trading him, but we do want to have that option. And there we go, boys. We add Austin Matthews to the team. Wow, I was not expecting that, but I'm thrilled that we were able to make that happen. As when I'm taking a look at our depth chart, I don't think we need to make any other moves right now. Um, our defense is a little bit rough still, but the thing I want to keep in mind is Yakimchuk most likely gets some growth, and we also have Clevin, Brunicky, maybe even Kairu. These guys could get some growth. So we're gonna wait until the start of the regular season to make a trade. There wasn't any defenseman that really stood out to me in free agency. Even when we take a look at the forward depth, when you got a top 6 of Matthews, Crosby, Kuvanen, Lecker, Mackey, McGroarty, and you've got Bajork in there, Shabanov in there, Jacobson, Joseph, Kindle, like, these young guys have to play. So we can't really, sign anybody else. So we're going to just honestly, like, we're not going to make any more moves. We're going to take one last look here at free agency. Again, defensively, I didn't see anything I liked. Everybody that, looks like they'd be a good fit wants too much money, is too old, or is a restricted free agent. Only guy I kind of like is Dylan Sandberg. He would potentially be a good fit to play with Yakimchuk. He doesn't like the org and he doesn't like the contract. We could offer him just a boatload of money, but even that isn't moving the needle at all. So we're going to give him the years he wants at 6.6. And if he accepts, he accepts. If not, guys, we'll wait till we see what we have in the regular season, and then we can make some trades before the start of the season. So yeah, Dylan Sandberg, he signs in New Jersey. So I will see you guys at the start of year number 5. Is it now 4? I don't even know. But we'll see you at the start of the regular season. We'll take a look at what this team has to offer and see what moves need to be made from there. All right, guys. So here we are. And I got to say, I don't like the makeup of this team. It might have been foolish of me to bring in Austin Matthews. I will say that. I mean, if I had one more spot in my top 6, you got to see like Shabanov could get up in here. It maybe wouldn't look as good, but at least it doesn't bury a guy like Shabanov on your 4th line. And I'm not ready to trade Shabanov yet because he might be able to get back into it here. Like, he's signed long term for good money, whereas Lecker, Kuvanen, and McGroarty all need new deals. So we could lose potentially all 3 of these guys. We could also go ahead and do something like this, and then maybe that allows a guy like Shabanov to get back into your top 6. And then it just kind of hurts Ben Kindle, who I really want to also be playing top 6 minutes. Like, then where does Jacob Jacobson go? Like, this 3rd line is just, or this 4th line is just a little bit crowded. Shabanov is potentially the odd man out. Again, like, there's lots we can do with different line combos. Like, I'm just mixing through to see what you guys think. Obviously, forward-wise, we don't really need to make a trade. It's defensively where I think we should make a trade. It would push Perovix down to play with Lyles, which is fine. Like, this is fine. But if we could get that top 4 DFD to play with Yakimchuk, or even if we make a move past that, where we get a guy to play with Wielander, then I think we're sitting really, really well. We're going to go take a look around the league. Your goalies, Mershov is up to an 84. Shilovs is the backup down there in the AHL. I love it, dude. Diego is now 76 overall. It's an okay team down here in the minors. It's not anything too crazy. We will go ahead and take a look at adding maybe a couple of scratches if we need, but I don't think we need to. And then this year, the A's in the NHL. So obviously Crosby's the C. That's not changing. Huvenen is getting an A. This kid has been unreal for us as well as Wielander. Now, it might be controversial to not just throw the A on Matthews right away. Let's see how he does here first. Let's give him a chance to really gel with the team before we just slap, that leadership role on him. He can obviously still help out in the room. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to player search here again. We're looking for that DFD that is going to pair nicely with Yakimchuk. We're going to try to get Aiden Gooley out of Montreal. He is a DFD with really good speed, which I like. He can play good top 6 minutes. He's on a or top 4 minutes rather. He's on a very good deal. And we're going to trade Brunicky. It's not working for him. I know he did take a good step in offensive production, but he still hasn't grown at 22. I'm ready to give up on the kid. As well as Tomasino, he's just a depth forward for us. And then we'll go ahead and just get, a depth forward back from them. Hopefully, maybe instead of Oivu, we can go ahead and just get somebody to be a healthy scratch. Yeah, we'll see if this goes through. I don't think it will. We probably have to beef it up a little bit. It's just too far off. And this is the tough part because we don't have a lot of trade value right now in terms of access, like excess. Like Ilian's in the show and then it goes downhill really quickly, right? We're not as well built a cupboard as we would like. Maybe if we trade this medium elite goalie, so we already have Chiswick's, could go ahead and get like a 4th and a 6th back from them. Can't get anything back from them. I'll try this. They don't like this trade. Maybe if we throw Koivu back on there instead of Beck. We'll see if this goes through instead. Maybe we'll throw another draft pick on there as well. So the value's a little bit skewed in their favorite now. Trade rejected. There we go. So we don't get a draft pick, but we do get the defenseman we're looking for. So here is what the D looks like now. We're actually going to roll Gooley on the top pair because it gets a +3. So that's 288 overall defenders with the 87 Siliev there and the 84 Yakimchuk. Then you got this +1 down here. I really think our team is in a good place, guys. We are going to have to mess around with these line combos a little bit. Maybe we got to ask some players to change their scheme fits. But overall, I'm very happy with the moves we've made, the direction our franchise has taken. I hope that we can get closer to a playoff spot this year. I would really like Crosby's only got so many years left. So it would really, really be great if we could make the playoffs one last time, give him one last run. I also, just before we end the video, if you look at the record book, he has 11 more points to go before he becomes only the, second player in NHL history to hit 2,000 points. So this is going to be a good season in that sense. And we don't know, guys. It could very well be the farewell tour for Sidney Crosby. So we want this year to count. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do we do with these lines? Should we stack it in a way where Crosby is on, like this, where you kind of get Crosby on the center with Matthews? Then maybe that allows us to move Rutgor up. He is 87 overall, but he's listed as a third liner. So for now, I'm fine slotting him in the third line. Should Crosby be the second line center? Should Matthews be the second line center? Like we have Kuvanen, Bajork, Lekermaki, and Crosby. Or Kuvanen, Crosby, Lekermaki. Like that line's worked before. Then you get this +3 with Benjamin Kindle. Maybe even Joseph, right? Like there is so So many things we can do. Let me know what you think, guys. Again, I'm very happy with the progress of the team. Guys, check all the links in the description. You're going to want to follow me on Twitch, live streaming there pretty much every single day, guys. 8:30 a.m. Mountain, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. As well, guys, join the Discord. Make sure you subscribe, turn that notification bell on because I'm dedicated to bringing you guys daily videos here on the YouTube. Make sure you like, guys. And as always, YouTube will see you in the next one.